What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have like and sub, and let's get into this one. Assassin's Creed Shadows. It is the gift that keeps on giving. If that gift is a fruit cake that you can't actually eat. The petition to, this says cancel or discontinue. That's never going to happen. But if nothing else, maybe to make slight corrections, or I don't know. It's almost at 100,000. People are feeling a ways about it. And really, all of this is about Yasuke and whether or not he was a samurai. And if this was just a fictional game, it would be one thing, but this has been framed as historically accurate, not the assassin part, but at least the samurai part. And that has made the Japanese feel a certain way, or anyone a fan of history, which a lot of fans of Assassin's Creed are, history and alternate histories. And one of the fun things about alternate history is if you have to be factual about the history you're altering. Otherwise, the alterations aren't really all that fun, are they? And one of the big people behind that, we're talking about someone different, but the big one, and I'm waiting to do a video on this because it's still developing. But this Thomas Lockley was the first historian. You can see here, Thomas Lockley is an associate professor at Nihon University College in the Law of Tokyo, where he teaches courses about international and multicultural history of Japan and East Asia. He's published several of these books, of which a lot of people cite. Most recently, though, they've been taken down, and his classes discontinued at the college. So that's where people are, and you can see articles are being written here. I'm still going through them, but why it took so long for Japanese people to realize the Yasuke problem. Perfidious historian Thomas Lockley. So that'll be the source of another video. But so people had sort of written him off, and then along came a spider. No, along came another. This time, an actual Japanese, not a gaijin, an actual Japanese. And so we can see Japanese historian Yu Hirayama, who was claiming that Yasuke was a samurai, and he's sort of turned out to be a communist. So before we get to that member of the Japanese Communist Party, here is what he was originally saying. I'm just going to read it. Some of his talk about Yasuke, and he says, "It seems there's a lot of talk about Yasuke, a black man who served Oda Nobunaga. There are very few historical documents about him, but there's no doubt that he was a samurai who served Nobunaga. Regardless of one's social status, if one's master promoted one to the rank of samurai, one could become one in medieval warring state society. I can say this because the historical documents that Nobunaga gave him a stipend, he was given a house, and he was given a sword. Now, the issue here, because I've read other things like this, and yes, this is Google translation of Japanese, and even what he was working on were translations of older versions of the Japanese language. And also a lot of things can get tricky when it comes to the samurai, because it wasn't just a position, a job, it's a class, it's a group, and there are like samurai with capital S's, the sword, the armor, they're lords, they own land and houses and stipends. And then there's others that are like, well, they held the sword and maybe they helped and they were in the class of it, but they were like they weren't master Jedi, they were Padawans, but they were all Jedi. It's like that sort of distinction. So he went and he did these whole rants talking about surnames and all that. And of course, there's people countering him in the comments. It is believed that there were several stages in the rise from peasant status to samurai status, and one could not ride to the top in one leap. First, at the discretion of their lord, one was placed at the bottom of the samurai hierarchy, and by accumulating achievements, one's status rose. You often hear stories of lords giving their surnames or giving one character part of their name to their lords, but this was the result of their devotion to loyalty. Also, you find out that a lot of these translations, some are interpreting them as sword. It also could have been tools. And it seems by and large, from all accounts, Oda Nobunaga and a lot of the other royalty, the lords, basically, they found him a novelty. They thought his skin was a trick. And once they realized, he was big and stronger than everyone else, he had him do feats of strength, and he carried him around, and he was moderately intelligent and could speak Japanese, so he was someone to talk to. But he was not the of status, and you could see that in the way he ended, where when Nobunaga was killed, he fought for a while and then immediately gave up his sword when they told him to, and then he went back to being a slave with the Jesuit mercenaries. So Where's the samurai? Where's the honor? Where's the class? Why didn't he stay there and raise a family if he was a samurai? Why was all, so here we can see him. This is him. Basically he's a communist. And so this is some of his older things talking about the Japanese Communist Party, which he ends up disavowing, but still, communism, not too fond over there in China or Japan. The new historian, China, obviously they are, but cultural revolutions and the like, you know what I'm saying. The new historian saying Yasuke is a samurai is Yu Hirayama. He is partnered with Pony Canyon. So this would be the real rub of why he's coming out and saying this. It's all to get it into Western markets. So a music and entertainment company to promote Japanese culture through entertainment, and is also a PR media site trying to globalize the West. And that would be it. That's why Ubisoft has him. You can see they're trying to revitalize regions, energizing Japan through the power of entertainment. And we'll do that by making Black Samurai. Just multiple other historians refuting everything they've said. So, they've basically got one of their own to try and push it. And it's not working. It's not working, and that all goes back to the first story we did today. About that 12% drop in Ubisoft, because absolutely no one is going for this. Let me know what you think about this. Are you going to play Assassin's Creed Shadows at this point? Even if it was free, I don't know if people would play it, and very well might be if you've got that Game Pass. And even though the FTC isn't happy about Game Pass right now, but that's another video. Anyway, make sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. Well,
bye.